This woman applies gray foundation makeup every day. She paints every colored part gray. She only dares to go out after making sure every inch of her skin is gray. Because this is a colorless black and white world. Anyone with color will be expelled. Even colored items are not allowed at home. To survive, the woman can only paint herself gray every day. However, one day while playing cards with her neighbor, the cards in her hand suddenly showed color. She was too scared to play her cards. Little did she know this was all caused by her daughter. It turns out when David and his sister Jennifer were watching TV, the TV suddenly started flickering. Then they mysteriously disappeared. They were transported into the TV show, becoming two colorless black and white people. They wanted to leave this place, but were rejected by the director. To escape from here, they had to try breaking the plot of this show, because they were too familiar with this show. In this show, Martin had always been Jennifer's pursuer. Jennifer simply broke the plot by directly agreeing to date him, and took Martin to a small grove. Without a word, she pounced on Martin. Little did they know that because they broke the plot, a red rose grew by the roadside. The bubblegum in students' mouths turned pink. Even the cards in their mother's hands turned red. Some people's tongues slowly gained color. More and more people gradually gained color. One day while the woman was taking a bath, she accidentally had a strange dream. When she woke up, she found that the bathroom at home had started to have color. This scene suddenly caused the tree outside to mysteriously catch fire. David frantically searched for firefighters to put out the fire. However, the firefighters showed an indifferent attitude. But when David mentioned saving a cat, the firefighters immediately became alert. Then they set off in the fire truck. It turned out this TV show had no firefighting scenes, only cat rescuing ones. Soon the firefighters arrived at the fire scene. Unexpectedly, when the firefighters saw the fire, they just stood there motionless. It turned out the firefighters didn't know how to put out fires yet. So David quickly grabbed a hose and handed it to the firefighters, then turned on the water valve. And that's how the firefighters in the black and white world learned to extinguish fires. Through this firefighting incident, David received recognition from the mayor. Everyone wondered how David knew water could extinguish fire. With no choice, David had to reveal that he had traveled here from another world. Following the citizens' suggestions, David opened a library here. As they learned more and more knowledge, their bodies gradually gained color. Although the citizens were overjoyed to have color, the mayor felt a sense of crisis. At this time, the TV show's director appeared again. The director told David he must stop all of this, otherwise his TV show would be ruined. However, David wouldn't listen at all. He believed everyone deserves freedom. The director shouldn't restrict everyone like in the plot. But then an accident occurred.